On Saturday night, the Extreme Combat League invaded Minneapolis, Minnesota's Target Center for Evolution 2 Mayhem in Minneapolis. And an absolute stacked card with two former UFC and Pride veterans headlining the event, Travis Diesel View squared off against former Abu Dhabi champion Jeff Monson. The two titans, both renowned for their ground game, battled each other in a stand-up affair. View was conservative yet effective, pumping out the jab, while Monson countered with stiff shots to the body. The Minnesota native found success tying up Monson in the clinch and also managed to secure several takedowns throughout the contest. However, the ATT product Monson was able to get back to his feet and sustain minimal damage. In the remaining seconds of the final frame, View, aware of the time remaining, secured another takedown to leave a lasting impression on the judges. In the end, the former Yema Pit fighting champion View was declared the victor by split decision on scores of 30-27, 27-30, and 29-28.
I was never in really any danger, so I thought I won the fight. I was a little bit surprised that second judge gave him all 3 rounds. That really surprised me.
View's busy schedule continues as he's slated to fight Mubei Choi at Moosin MMA on May 21st. The card featuring former UFC heavyweight champion Tim Sylvia against strongman Mariusz Pudzianowski.
I'm fighting a tough Korean guy, so I'll take a few days off, and it's less than a month away, so I'll get ready for that.
In the evening's co-main event, former UFC middleweight king Dave Menne met 6-1 Adrian Miles. Miles, the more athletic of the two fighters, was relentless in his assault on the longtime veteran. Menne ate some big shots but showcased a great chin and flexed his grappling muscle by taking the back of Miles, securing a near fight-ending rear naked choke. Menne continued to assert his dominance while Miles impressed the crowd in attendance with his never-say-die approach, defending 2 more deep rear naked choke attempts. After 3 rounds, Menne, who was not unscathed, garnered the unanimous decision victory on scores of 30-27 across the board. In welterweight action, 2 UFC veterans faced off as Minnesota MMA product Derek the Eraser Noble met submission specialist Drew Fickett. Noble, who holds a victory over Thiago Alves, landed a beautiful head kick against the master, but failed to capitalize and paid dearly for it. The Arizona native Fickett took advantage of the situation as the fight went to the mat and secured a partial rear naked choke. Thinking Noble was unconscious, referee Nick Gamps called a halt to the action, awarding the technical submission win to Drew Fickett. Furious about the stoppage, Noble will be looking to the commission to overturn the decision to a no contest. Fickett, who overcame personal adversity to make his long-awaited mixed martial arts return, acknowledged that he didn't feel Noble tap out.
Actually, I was going through my mind was Jake Shields, Dan Henderson, because I know Jake was hurt and he almost had the heel hook at the end of round 1. And ended up getting a sweep, getting on top, and once I get on top of people, and I had the back, and I'd like to say I didn't feel a tap, but that choke was in.
In a fight of the night, candidate Minnesota's own Shana Olsen clashed with Japanese submission guru Yoko Takahashi. The fighters went to war for 3 rounds, scoring in all positions and wooing the live crowd with their ground game. Despite only having 3 bouts under her belt, Olsen fought like a seasoned veteran, reversing Takahashi several times throughout the match. After a back-and-forth battle, Olsen took home the unanimous decision win.
What's next for me, I hope, is someone else in the top 10 of the 145-pound division. That's my goal. I want that belt at 145. That's my ultimate goal. And so I'll go through whoever I have to go through to get there.
Former WEC welterweight title contender Brock Larson made short work of late replacement Brian Green. The standout wrestler received a thunderous ovation from his hometown crowd at the Target Center. He dominated from the top position before securing a fight-ending rear naked choke at 4:39 of the opening round.
I was patient. Our plan was to be patient. He was a little long and lanky, so I'm kind of a stubby little guy, so I wanted to make sure the range didn't play much again. I kind of wanted to come in, and when I started throwing my hands, he retreated straight north, right into the cage. So I did what I do, got the legs, took him down, and then my world, I just got my black belt from Dave Camarino in Jiu-Jitsu, so I figured, I'd use my tools and go to work on him and show him some skills.
Also on the card, Travis the Iron Man Fulton, a veteran of 252 professional fights, avenged the 1997 loss against deep in UFC veteran Brad Kohler. After a brief feeling out process, Fulton threw a sensational head kick, knocking Kohler out and possibly breaking his jaw in the process. Fulton, one of the sport's early trailblazers, is grateful to still be competing.
I've been training hard. I want to make my comeback, and I think it's a pretty good start. Avenging a loss to a guy, he's taking kind of the same road that I have, and if he's going to try and make a comeback, I'm making a comeback. I made short work of him, so that makes me feel better.
Once again, the Extreme Combat League delivered an action-packed night of world-class fights and entertainment. With an international expansion in the works, XKL is targeting some major mixed martial arts hotspots, including Dubai and Canada. Stay tuned to the Fight Network to watch XKL Evolution 2 in its entirety. I promise you, you won't be disappointed.